You've probably seen countless claims about the smallest Windows 11 builds. Most of them are barely usable, filled with bugs, glitches, and unnecessary customizations. But today, I'm showing you a truly minimal Windows 11 installation that actually works. It's stable, functional, and ready to run on your old hardware. Hi, this is Neil from Harbor of Tech. Today we're reviewing Tiny11 Lite, the smallest stable Windows 11 build available online. It runs on any x64 CPU, needs just 256 MB of RAM, and takes up only 3 GB of storage. That is all it needs. If you are on old hardware and want max performance, go for Tiny11 Lite. It's perfect for minimalist gamers or PCs with under 2 GB RAM. But if you want a daily driver with updates, Store, and Defender, then Tiny11 is the better choice. Tiny11 includes Windows updates, Defender, and Microsoft Store, while the Lite does not. Neither version contains any bloatware. Both are good for gaming, with Tiny11 Lite offering even better performance on low-end systems. Tiny11 provides broader software compatibility, but both support Velotic for system optimization. Tiny11 requires 4 to 6 GB of disk space, whereas Tiny11 Lite takes only 3 GB. Both support full web browsing, drivers, and Windows subsystem, making them versatile choices depending on your needs. To get started, download Tiny11 Lite from the end of purge link in the description. The zip file is protected with the viewer-exclusive access code, which I'll reveal at a random point in the video. Once extracted, open Rufus, plug in a USB drive, select the ISO file, and click Start. The process takes around 10 minutes to complete. Once the USB is ready, boot from it. The installer has been simplified and will take you straight to the partition selection window. Choose your partition carefully to avoid losing any existing data. Now that Tiny11 Lite is installing, you'll want to make sure your system runs as fast and smooth as possible. That's exactly what Velotic is built for. I made it to optimize low-end PCs like yours, and it works perfectly with any edition of Windows 10 or 11. Velotic boosts FPS in over 150 games, cleans junk files on startup, and offers over 500 one-click tweaks to speed up Windows. You also get automatic app installations, driver updates, and one-click bloatware removal. It even compresses your drive to save up to 70% of space without deleting any files. It's lightweight, easy to use, and delivers real performance improvements with no technical setup needed. You install it once, and it just works. Right now, you can get a lifetime license for just $9.99. No monthly fees. You can pay with PayPal, debit, or credit card, or even crypto. The link's in the description. Give it a try. Velotic can make your old PC feel new again. Once the setup finishes copying files, your PC will reboot and land on the desktop. At this point, the first thing you should do is open the configurator app. Inside, you'll find the option to enable compression. Make sure to turn it on. This step is essential if you want the most lightweight and efficient Windows experience possible. Compression can take around an hour on extremely low-end systems, especially with older hard drives. But the good news is you don't have to wait around. You can keep using the PC while it compresses everything in the background. It will save a lot of disk space without affecting your files. Just let it run and forget about it. Now that compression is finished, let's check the disk usage. Just 3 GB, that's smaller than anything else out there. And unlike most tiny builds, this one is actually stable enough for everyday use, even on old or low-spec hardware. Many of you asked about the process count and idle RAM usage, so here's the breakdown. Tiny11 Lite runs with around 77 background processes right after boot. RAM usage sits at about 900 MB out of 4 GB, but once you enable paging files, it actually drops to around 700 MB as shown in the committed memory section in Task Manager. You might be wondering about my claim that it can run on just 256 MB of RAM. So let's actually test it. As you can see, it's definitely slow, but it boots to the desktop and basic tasks still work. It's not ideal, but it proves the point. And for those asking about the low resolution, let's just be real. No PC with 256 MB RAM was ever paired with a 4K display. Now that I've delivered on running Tiny11 Lite with 256 MB of RAM and 3 GB of storage, it's your turn to support the channel. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me keep making videos like this. Next, let's get you connected to the internet by installing a browser. Open the Configurator app, find Chrome, and click to install. It will set up with just one click, no hassle. If Chrome isn't your favorite, you can also choose Edge or Firefox from the same app. I prefer Chrome because it syncs bookmarks, passwords, and settings across all devices, which is very convenient. What browser do you use? Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious about your choice. Also, inside the app, you'll find a direct link to my YouTube channel. Feel free to visit anytime for more videos and tutorials. If you face any issues during installation or while using the system, you can leave a comment below. But an even better choice is to join our Discord server. It's the best place to have fun, discuss tech, and get your questions answered quickly by me and the community. The link to our Discord server is in the description box of this video, and it's also available inside the Configurator app for easy access anytime. By joining, you'll connect with others in our community, get support faster, and stay updated with the latest news and tips. Plus, it's a great place to share your experiences and learn from others. If you're a gamer, or if your dual monitor setup or dedicated graphics card isn't working properly, you might need to install the correct drivers. Some systems require this after installation to function smoothly. If you experience crashes or apps refusing to open, low memory could be the cause. In that case, enabling paging files to provide virtual memory can improve stability. The good news is, you don't need to dig through complex system settings to manage this. Everything can be handled easily through the Configure app. To install drivers, just open the Configure app and click on Install Drivers. When the app opens, click Scan. It will scan your system for outdated drivers. After the scan, you can choose to install all drivers or select only the ones you want. You can also create a backup or restore point right from the app for safety. The app downloads and installs the drivers with just one click. One important note, if you're using an Apple MacBook with an Intel chip, you might need to install Bootcamp drivers separately to get everything working properly. Thanks for staying till now. As promised, here's your exclusive viewer access. Now let me show you the second method to install the OLEDs, and the best part is, you don't even need a USB drive. This is perfect if you don't have one, don't have free ports, or just want a faster setup. First, make sure you have an empty drive in your PC, either a secondary hard disk or an unused partition. Be warned, everything on it will be erased, so double check. Right-click the drive, choose Format, and select NTFS. Wait for it to finish. Next, open the folder where you extracted the OS. Launch the tool called OS Alchemy. Select the ISO file and choose the drive you just formatted. OS Alchemy will start copying files and setting up the bootloader. This takes 5 to 10 minutes, depending on your drive and CPU speed. Once done, restart your PC. You'll now see a dual boot menu. Choose the new OS. The rest of the install process is the same as before around the 3:10 mark. Rewind if you need to review it. Thanks again for watching. More content is coming soon. This is Harbor of Tech, signing off.